Hey guys, Gino Zero, how you doing? Let's make a cheesecake. So what I've got here, I've got my oven preheating to 325. Inside the oven, I've got a roasting pan big enough for this pan to fit in. That's got water in it, so that it's got hot water in there as well. This is a 9-inch springform pan that I've coated with aluminum foil and then taped it to seal it so that it doesn't leak when you set it into the water bath to bake. So I've got 1 stick of butter melted in here, a teaspoon of sugar, and I'm in the process now of crushing up my graham crackers you want about a total of about 2 cups worth of graham cracker crumbs for the crust. Crush them up. Add them into your butter and cinnamon mixture, and then mix it in with your 1 stick of butter to get everything coated with the butter and sticky and delicious. There's going to be some chunks, but that's alright. I like chunks in the crust. Mix it up to where it's moist. Once everything has been moistened with the butter, then we're going to put it into our springform pan here and mold it around the edge. To make the crust. I started in the middle and push it out to the sides, and then just let it press up against the sides of the pan. You do want to try to press it down pretty firm. Just mold that in there like that into your pan. It's not going to go all the way up. If you want it to go all the way up around the sides, then you're going to have to use another stick of butter and another 2 cups or so of graham cracker crust to make the entire crust all the way around the side. But I don't do that. I just have it up a little bit along the bottom of the pan like that. Okay, now we're going to set that aside for a second. In our mixer here, for the filling part, we've got 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. We've got 3 eggs, vanilla extract, 1 cup of sugar, 1 pint of sour cream. So the first thing we're going to do is open up our cream cheese packages, hopefully, and put them into our mixer. I guess a knife would be handy. Well, let me get a knife here real quick. Oh, never mind, I got it. Alright, so we're going to put in our 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese into the mixing bowl. If I can get them out of the thing package. And we're going to start letting these mix on about low medium or so until they're creamy. I will say that I let these set out for a little bit at room temperature to soften up, and I'm using the paddle with the little rubber spatula attachment here on the mixer. And like I say, this will take about 4 to 5 minutes of whipping like this until it gets nice and soft and smooth and creamy, and we'll get right back with you in the next step. Okay, we've got our cream cheese that's beat good and smooth and creamy. Now we're just going to turn on the mixer onto the stir, which is the number 1 setting, and add our 3 eggs 1 at a time and let them beat in real good. Once we've added our 3rd egg in, we're going to just bump it up 1 notch and let it mix for a little bit. Every once in a while, you're going to have to stop and scrape your bowl to make sure you get all the cream cheese off of the side of the bowl and everything is mixed good and smooth and there's no lumps. You want a nice, smooth, creamy cheesecake. You don't want a lumpy cheesecake because, well, who the hell likes lumpy cheesecake? So we'll scrape it and we'll let it mix for a little bit more to get the eggs mixed in really, really good. And what we're looking for is to see when it's completely smooth and there's no more lumps of the cream cheese in there. That's when we're going to start adding in our sugar as the next step. This will probably take about a minute or so mixing to make sure we get all the lumps out. So we'll get right back with you when all the lumps are out. Alright, you can see that we've got smooth, creamy, and there's no more lumps in there. So now we're just going to turn it on to number 1 and slowly add our 1 cup of sugar. And then once we have the entire cup of sugar in, we're going to put it back up to number 2 and let it mix for a little bit to make sure the sugar is mixed in thoroughly. I always add my sugar in slowly, that way it doesn't get clumped up in the thick mixture, and it gets mixed in pretty thoroughly. Now I have all the sugar in, and I'm going to bump it up another so that it can mix it really well. Okay, now that the sugar is mixed in, we're going to take our 1 pint of sour cream and start adding it into the mix. Now we're going to let this mix for another couple of minutes to where it's all combined really well. And it'll probably take about a minute or so. So we'll get right back with you. Alrighty, now we've got our sour cream mixed in really well. We're going to add in about a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half or so of vanilla extract. And let it mix in thoroughly. Remember to stop every once in a while and quite often and scrape your bowl to make sure that you don't have any lumps stuck to the side of your bowl and you have a nice smooth mixture all the way around. So now this is all mixed in, the vanilla is mixed in, and it's nice and smooth and creamy. Now we're going to stop the mixer. We're going to give the bowl 1 final scrape and let it mix just for a little bit longer, and then we'll put it into the crust here directly. Alright, now we take our filling mixture and we just put it into the pan with the crust. Just pour everything right in like this. I give it a little bit of a tap just to help everything settle in a little bit. Now we have our preheated oven with our preheated water in the roasting pan, 325 degrees. We set our springform pan right in the water and let it water bath bake. You want to move it very carefully so that you don't spill any water inside your cake or on your hands or anything like that. Now we're going to let this bake just like this for 45 minutes. Set our timer. 45 minutes, and we'll see you when it's done baking. Okay guys, we're at 45 minutes cooking it, so we're going to turn our oven off. We're going to very carefully pull out the roasting pan, not to spill water all over the place, and we're just going to set it up on top of the stove, just like that, and we're going to leave it set for at least 30 minutes. Just walk away. Just set it out of the oven and walk away. Don't be jiggling it and poking it and messing with it. Just put it out and leave. Walk away, which is what I'm going to do now. It is still very jiggly, and it will be, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to walk away for at least 30 minutes. Okay guys, it's been setting up for a little over 30 minutes. It's still a little bit jiggly, and that's okay. You want it to be a little bit jiggly. It'll finish setting up in the refrigerator. So now we're going to put it in the refrigerator. We're going to leave it there for 4 hours. Leave it for 4 hours. Your patience will be rewarded. 4 hours. Just walk away for 4 hours. So we'll see you then. Okay guys, we've been in the refrigerator for about 4 hours, and you see I just made a couple of cuts down the side to pull this foil from around the side here. So just take your pan out of the foil. There may be a little bit of water in there, but that's okay. And then set the foil aside. What I'll do is I'll just take a little thin rubber spatula or something like this and run it around the edge, just to make sure that it breaks loose from that the springform pan. Now the moment of truth. Pop the spring, lift it up, and there you go. There you have your homemade cheesecake ready to serve. Give me 1 second and we'll do a taste test. Alrighty, let's give it a shot. There's what it looks like. Nice and smooth. Let's see how it come out. Holy crap, that's good cheesecake. There you go guys. There's my my cheesecake recipe. It'll definitely make you lie on the ground and cry out for mama. So if I can do it, you can do it. It is a very, very good. All the time that it takes is very well worth it. You will be rewarded for your patience. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. So thanks for watching, you guys. Have a great day. God bless. The end. Buzz, buzz. The end.